Damn, feel good when your whole team winning. It's going down. Gang, gang. Gang, gang. OG. Damn, feel good when your whole...
A hail of gunfire interrupted a funeral procession for 28-year-old Jasmine Moore Thursday night. It was her cousin, Richard Grundy III, who was the likely target. Grundy himself was shot multiple times, as were two other still unidentified victims. So far, police have not made any arrests in that case. Sources close to the family told RTV6 that Grundy had a $50,000 bounty out on his head at the time of the shooting. To understand why, it's important to know the history of the Grundy crew, Grundy's alleged drug trafficking ring. In October 2015, officials from IMPD, the Marion County Prosecutor's Office, and federal law enforcement announced the arrest of 11 members of the Grundy crew, including Grundy himself, on a slew of charges ranging from drug dealing to criminal gang activity. As part of that case, prosecutors linked the Grundys to at least 7 murders going back to 2013. But the families of those victims, Kindred Mintz, Tyrese Dorsey, William Davis, Carlos Jefferson, Julius Douglas, Terry Hunter, and Romello Carney, have never received justice because all of the murder charges against the Grundys were eventually dismissed. The only alleged member of the gang to ever go to trial was John Means, the group's alleged hitman, who was found not...
Dave, Grundy will serve 2 years probation, but under a plea deal, he won't be going back to jail. He was smiling and laughing in court even before the sentencing. Mr. Grundy, do you feel that was a fair sentence?
Due to the charges, I feel that, yeah, it was fair.
I'm just glad it's all over with.
Richard Grundy walked out of court in a t-shirt and jeans today. Rewind 2 years and you'll see him in an orange jumpsuit and handcuffs. Prosecutors said he was the ringleader of a gang behind 7 murders.
They planted that seed of murder. They implicated that in your head and fed that to y'all from day one, so they had to stand by it. And, you know what I'm saying, as the case went on, steps and steps, they just kept reaching, kept pulling for strings, but you know.
Grundy faced charges in 2015 for conspiracy to deal marijuana, conspiracy to commit murder, corrupt business influence, and criminal gang activity. All of those charges dropped. The 28-year-old entered a guilty plea to dealing marijuana, a Class C felony.
Why would prosecutors and police say that you did all those things and you were involved in a gang if it's not true?
I believe that it was one of them cases where, you know, they was on a hinge, you know what I'm saying? Maybe, you know, I could say that maybe they heard my name too many times. I believe it was more a thing of just getting me.
The plea deal includes a 6-year sentence, but that includes credit for time served and good time credit. In a separate case, prosecutors charged Grundy with murder in 2014, then dropped the charges after a witness lied. Grundy says he plans to move to the West Coast to serve his 2 years of probation.
It's important that I get out of town because I'm harassed every day for being Richard Grundy.
Police say someone shot Grundy in the arm during his cousin's funeral procession in July.
Everything's coming back to normal.
He said Thursday he's recovering and headed to a doctor's appointment after court. Grundy spoke up to the judge, saying, "I have no affiliation with any gang. I will dispute that to the death of me."
Okay, very good. Today is a big win. It's a big win for the city of Indianapolis and for the citizens of Marion County.
Project baby, man. Project baby, I got nothing but love for Project baby. Project baby, for Project baby. Can't blame him if he sell drugs. Can't blame him, man. Project baby, for real. Project baby, nigga looking for some love. Project baby. Project baby, on the corner selling nicks and dimes. Project baby, Project baby, Project baby. Let niggas stay out here slinging that. Project baby, Project baby, Project baby. Main trouble ain't hard to find. Project baby, Project baby, Project baby. Cold winters, hot summer nights. Project baby, Project baby, Project baby. Put the water on the stove, get it hot so I can bag. My big dreams was gold teeth and gold slabs. I remember, nigga. Serve sandwich, slap at Joe Lounge. The hood Super Bowl, that's when Southern played grandma. Lights go out, we go to grandma's, cause we was hot. Or get a junkie to come and read the fucking cable box. White sheets under them white sheets. I see.
They switching on me and she didn't change up, but they can switch up on me and bang up. I'm from the city and they people, she is dangerous. I can't change up, no, I can't change up, I can't change up.